Roll Tide Bama fans, what's going on, man? It's your boy Mizzy, and I'm here today to break down the South Carolina and Bama game yesterday. Bama fans, it was a rough one. It was one of the games last year we would have lost. We would have lost that game last year. I can promise you that. The way the team played yesterday, like I said, and if anybody knows watching football, you're going to have games that you're not on your A game or your B game. That was Alabama, in my opinion, probably C or D game. But like I said, in the fourth quarter, you got back to what you do. But anyways, guys, man, this game, like I said, we won 29-22. The game it started out pretty good because, we gave up a field goal, but then we got a pick six. I think it was Deshaun Jones. He got an interception. Sellers threw the ball to the running back. He bobbled it, got up, interception, pick six. So, boom, like, okay, we starting off good. And then started to notice, man, the offense, three and out, struggling. I'm like, it's going to be one of those games. I could just tell from that. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, man. But like I said, this one thing, Alabama fans, we got to remember. I know that before this game, South Carolina 3-4. Man, this is the SEC. And this team still has talent. Sellers is still a freak athlete. Nick Harbor, they still have players over there. So I know a lot of us was like, me included, was hoping this was going to be a blowout. And like I said, it wasn't. But anyways, guys, like I said, man, it was a 29-22 victory. Struggle win, but always remember, a win is a win. You got to take them as they come. Ty Simpson today didn't play. Wasn't in his best game. Probably a D game for him. 24 for 43. I think he threw for maybe about 250 yards, somewhere around there. It really, to tell the truth, game ball, I probably would give to the defense, especially Lawson. Lawson should get the game ball. That forced fumble, that really took the cake right there. And I'm glad Alabama got in the end zone and then tried to wait for the kicker, because Alabama fans, we know how to go with kickers. And I was like, man, I do not want to see him come out there and miss that field goal. But like I said, Ty Simpson didn't have his best day. He had some bad passes. Timing was off. I give South Carolina credit for that, because South Carolina was getting back in there, collapsing the pocket, making him step up, making him move more. So like I said, and then like I said, we had some drops today. Ryan, Bernard, it was just one of them. Like I said, to play that bad and still win, you gotta take it. But like I said, man, we easily could have lost that game, but we keep moving. And people, you gotta remember, we didn't have no bye week. All these, what it was, 7 straight games. So like I say, now we get a bye week before LSU, just in time, heal up, get some rest, decompress, like I said, for football. And then, like I said, get back at it. And like I said, soon as we come off this bye, this should be one of the freshest teams you've seen in a while, because people don't realize, like, man, it's a battle in the SEC week after week. None of these teams is just giving you games. And then, like I say, man, I had wrote down a little him. I was like, man, the team rushed for 72 yards. That's the biggest thing I came from this game. And I know I've been saying it all year. Bama fans, we've been saying it. This team has to figure out how to run the ball. They got to figure out some way to rush the ball. Because, yes, Ty struggles some, but when you're a quarterback and the team knows we don't have to worry about you running the ball at all, and we can just line up and just fire off, man, it's difficult. Because, like I said, now you got those safeties. The safeties like, oh, man, look, this easy. We don't got to worry about you running. They're like, look, we don't got to worry about you running the ball. Because, like I said, it was at one point they showed on screen. Alabama ran for 18 yards. I'm like, man, we gotta be better than that. But like I said, offense didn't play very well. Ryan did. I think Ryan and Bernard played the best. Bernard with a huge touchdown to win the game. Huge touchdown. That guy, man, I'm telling you, that guy's a baller. Like I said, Ryan, 72 yards, I think. He had about 5 catches. Good game. But like I said, the defense is what won us this game, man. Because we were 8 for 16 on third down. You know, on third downs, we really have been super efficient, like tops in the nation. Fourth down, 2 for 3. And then, like I said, the defense, Sellers, 18 for 32, 222 yards passing. And then, like I said, he rushed for 67 yards on 18 carries. Defense got an interception, fumble. And like I said, man, it really, like I said, it was one of them games you just gonna have. You gonna have to win. Like Miami the other week when they had whatever game, I can't remember who they lost to though, but they end up losing. You want to win more of these games and not lose them. Because like I said, man, you gonna have games. The damn light getting my fucking nerves. But you gonna have games that you just don't have it. And like I said, you just gotta find a way to win. And Bama fans, we found a way to win. So, like I said, man, I ain't have too much to talk on this game. Like I said, good win. Like I said, you didn't want to get a second loss. You already got the Florida State loss, and that loss looks worse week by week. So, like I said, you got all these ranked wins, so that would put you back up here. You just want to keep stacking onto it. And like I say, man, roll tide. Let's finish the season out strong. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I appreciate the love.